everybody. Do you like my hat? We're going to read a book today about a frog who has a tooting problem. It is called Farley Toots. Toots happen. And it was written by Bart Mueller. For days, Farley the frog had been having some rather noisy tummy trouble. He had to toot all the time when he was eating, when he was playing, even when he was sleeping. It was really bothersome. That could be a problem. Otherwise, Farley was very content. He loved his life in the small village of Crokeville, and he had lots of friends. His sister Frida thought it was funny when Farley tooted, and it made bubbles in the pond. It was like a jacuzzi, but Mother Frog was worried. He needs to go to the doctor, she declared. It could be a really big problem, I guess. He's at the doctor getting his temperature taken, and he's listening to his tummy. The doctor examined Farley. Say ah and stick out your tongue, he said. But the only thing that came out of Farley was a very loud toot. The doctor rolled his eyes and sputtered. Nothing serious, he said, covering his nose. Just, a case of a little gas. It will pass. Unfortunately, it kept passing. Everywhere Farley went, Toots followed him. When he was getting dressed, when he was washing up, in school, not 1 hour of the day passed without Farley tooting. What is 2 plus 2? Asked the teacher. Went Farley loudly. Oh, no. All his classmates giggled. Farley turned very pale. He was so embarrassed the teacher turned pale too because he was so angry. How rude, he scolded. You have to stop right now. I'm going to have to talk to your parents. Serious. Farley tried, but he couldn't stop tooting. His parents felt sorry for him. Really, Farley, said his mother, just as Farley made a loud right under Grandma's nose. Why don't you go to bed now and see if you can stop? Poor Farley, he's got to go to bed because of his tooting. Oh. Farley went to his room and tried as hard as he could to stop. But the longer he went without tooting, the more his tummy hurt. It began to swell, and soon his pajamas didn't fit him anymore. This could get dangerous. I don't know. The next morning, Farley felt very odd. He wasn't hungry or thirsty. His stomach had grown so big that he could barely fit through the door. Wowzers. I wonder what's wrong. Outside, a tiny breeze lifted Farley like a hot air balloon. There was nothing he could do. He sailed off into the sky. Farley, come back, shouted Frida. But Farley drifted higher and higher. Oh no, she did grab his foot though. Hopefully he doesn't fly away because he's all full of toots. From way up high, the world below looked so beautiful. The houses, the fields, the hills on the horizon. Farley was enjoying himself, but down below his mother was crying, and his father was calling to him, Farley, please come back. I can't, said Farley, and drifted even higher. Then Father Frog had a brilliant idea. Toot, Farley, just as loud as you can. But Farley couldn't hear him. What, Dad? Toot! Everyone shouted. So Farley tooted, one giant. And then Farley flipped and fluttered and floated gently all the way to the ground. That's a good thing. Farley lay flat on his back, looking like an empty balloon. Mother, Father, Frida rushed over, croaking happily, and they hugged Farley. Oh, that was good to get that out. Better out than in, I always say. That's what Shrek said. That night, everyone ate Mother's specialty, bean soup. Later, the family snuggled together on the sofa. Father Frog stroked Farley's belly gently. Suddenly, someone tooted, but this time it wasn't Farley. The end. Wow, what a book! What an awesome book! It's a good thing to get those things taken care of. What do you think? All right, I think that we should do a song, the 8 Hugs a Day song. You can hug your family, we can't hug each other, but I still think that hugging is very, very important. 8 hugs a day, 8 hugs a day. Remember what the doctor said, 8 hugs a day. You need 10 hours of sleep, 3 good meals a day, exercise, read a book, don't forget some time to play. Hugs a day, 8 hugs a day. Remember what the doctor said, 8 hugs a day. Alright, so if someone's near, give them a hug, otherwise give yourself a hug. 1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hug, 4 hug, 5 hug, 6 hug, 7 hug, 8. One more time. 1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hug, 4 hug, 5 hug, 6 hug, 7 hug, 8 hug. 8 hugs a day, 8 hugs a day. Remember what the doctor said, 8 hugs a day. I hope you enjoyed that crazy story. And remember, tooting's okay, just not